Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Bruce Lester, the Numbers Guru, business coach, uncut, unfiltered. Again, beautiful day in Durban. So what are we doing today? We are going to talk about streamlining your operations. So we all want to be as efficient as possible. Well, I certainly do, and I think you should too. But what does this look like? Well, I don't know. It is, for me, it is seamless integration between programs, software, apps, whatever we use, whatever I use. And it's taken me a long time to figure it out. I have been sold many times, and I'm going to tell you the secret behind how not to get sold by salesmen, by people who think they know but actually don't. So often, unfortunately, salesmen are not experts in the field that they represent, and unfortunately, as an accountant by trade, I have to say that accounting software salesmen are notorious for this, and I don't like saying it, but it is true. I'm not gonna, this is uncut and unfiltered. Anyway, so that's the point. Let's not get sold. I hate getting sold to. Try and cold call me and I will quickly put you down as politely as possible, depending on how pushy you are. So how do you work? How do you get what you need? How do you get more efficient? How do you spend less time on this boring admin stuff and more time where you absolutely love it, where you could get lost for hours, where you can just do it forever and ever, and that's why you're doing it? Right, so I need you to either go to pen and paper, close the laptop, put down the phone, maybe leave this video on, I don't know, or pause it, turn the Wi-Fi off. If you're on a computer, just turn it off. You don't have to be alone. You don't have to do anything like that. Ideally, you should go into a special space and all that airy-fairy rubbish. I'm not into it. If you work well with people around you, great, do it. What I want you to do is write down what you have now. Okay? As a business coach, I take you from where you are now to where you want to be. That beautiful, seamless, efficient workspace, that just beautiful system that you've got going, that you can have, that you want. I'm no perfect. I'm still doing this. I'm still learning. I'm still taking my own advice and sometimes others. So write down what you have right now. Okay? Tick or cross next to what does work and what doesn't work. So at the moment, my spam filter on my emails does not work. I don't know why. I keep reporting things. It doesn't work. Okay. Same as on my phone. I have tried spam blockers, and the biggest one around has to be paid, and I'm a cheapskate, so I uninstalled it. Sorry, it's basic software. Anyway, so write down what you have and write down, tick or cross or scrub out or whatever you want to do. Make it colorful if you have to. What doesn't work and what does work, because that's important. What does work, you keep going at. What doesn't work, you stop immediately. Well, not quite immediately, but you get one point. Right, now, working from that, work out or write down what you need. For instance, I need a spam blocker or an efficient way to get rid of spam emails. Okay, please don't send me spam. I need it. Okay, if you haven't got an accounting system, you need it. What do you need in an accounting system? I don't need I'm a service company. I don't need stock. I don't need job cards. I don't need all sorts of other things that wonderful, beautiful packages can have. Okay, I need invoices, a bank account, and a few other things. Okay, if you need the job cards, great. Write it down. Write down exactly what you need. Okay, so between those two lists, what you have and what you need, there hopefully will be ones that you have. Okay, there will be similarities between the two. However, there will be ones that you don't have, that you do need. Okay, I have a few. I can't think of them off the top of my head. Clearly it's uncut and unfiltered. Maybe I should do a demo or whatever. I don't know, whatever. But moving on. This is where you need to write down what you need. Okay? Just please don't go out and buy immediately. I promise you, you probably don't even have to buy anything. Okay? Except an accounting package. If you haven't got an accounting package, I strongly advise, in fact, I would say you have to get one that is recognized. Get one that, a big one. There are 4 that I recommend. It's not a selling video. If you want information on that, give me a shout. And they are paid. They're paid. Okay? In rands, they're a couple $100. It's not a huge amount of money. In pounds, there's one that's £4 a month. It's nothing. Okay? For the hours and hours and hours of torment and torture that you have to spend on this stupid admin stuff, this boring rubbish that doesn't give you anything. Don't get me started on that. Okay? It's worth it. Your time is worth so much more than sitting behind an Excel spreadsheet or a free version that is so fantastic. Rubbish. Okay? An accounting system, get a paid version. Okay? Talk to someone who knows. Talk to an accountant, but talk to few. Talk to a few. It doesn't matter. Okay? Don't talk to a salesman. A Sage, Xero, QuickBook, and Zoho salesman will sell you what he wants. Okay? What the commission that he is structured on. I don't care what you use. Okay? If you're my client and you use QuickBooks, cool. If it works for you, cool. If it doesn't, then we can talk. If you use Xero, if you use Sage, if you use Zoho, fine. If you've got a desktop version of either, no problem. Why fix something that's not broken? You don't. Okay? Well, you shouldn't. Okay? Just because it's flashy. Doesn't matter. If you need a mobile app, a couple of them don't have. One of them says that has, but it doesn't really. It has have a useful one. Okay? So there's how you don't get sold. You go and find out what programs equal what you need. Okay, I'm going to add one proviso to this. Everything that you use has to talk to each other. If it doesn't talk to each other, it just causes friction. It just causes another, oh, I've got to get into that program now, and then I've got to export it. If you have to export anything, okay, it's not talking to you properly. It's not talking to each other properly. Okay. I have a fight with many people about the reporting and accounting system or sales figures or whatever. Oh, just export it and then. I'm like, no, stop. You don't need any reports. Your program is not tailored to you. If you need to Excel, if you need to export it to PDF, Excel, CSV, text, whatever, okay? It's not working for you if you have to do something more with it, okay? The longer it spends outside a system with checks and balances, the more corrupt it does. I'm human, you're human, and apart from what you think, okay, you make mistakes. I do. I've made many, okay? Many mistakes, and I will continually make mistakes. But the fact is, I'm trying to minimize them, okay? I'm trying to minimize the chances of you making a mistake, getting something that you don't need, okay? You might want everything, okay? If you want something and you use it, excellent, okay? We have in our family, if we're giving presents, we try not to just give presents because of presents' sake. We try and give you, if you want to give from us, okay. we try and give you a present that you will use. Okay, I'm not going to go into specifics, okay, but my last birthday, I got stuff that is what I would call consumables for my workshop. And guess what? I use it almost every single day. And forever and ever, until those things run out, I will remember who gave it to me and what woodwork I did with those. And I was about to send the message to, happened to be my mother-in-law, wonderful woman, and say, guess what? I'm using what she said, and wow, what a pleasure. Okay, it's the thought, if it's useful, use it. If it's not useful, why would you use it? Why would you use a 10-ton truck to move a suitcase from A to B? Pointless, okay? And keep it simple, please. Business is simple, okay? The running of a business is simple. I don't know why people complicate it, okay? There's other videos on that, okay? And my famous saying, well, I hope it goes famous, is if it's complicated, you're doing it wrong. If it's complicated, you're doing it wrong. There is no point for it being complicated. There's just no point, okay? Why use an expensive program on a computer when a pen and paper will work? I do it with my time tracking. I've said this in a video before. I use a pen and paper. Well, pencil, pen, paper, ruler, okay? I carry it everywhere because that's what I do. That's how it works. That works for me. So why not? If it doesn't work for you, don't use it. Please don't copy me if it doesn't work, okay? The only thing I will strongly advise, okay, in good English, that you follow me on is an accounting system. That's it. If you want to use Gmail, Outlook, iMail, I don't care. If you're using Google Calendar, iCalendar, Joe Bloggs' super duper calendar, I don't care. And yes, I'm saying I don't care, okay? I do care about the effect that it has on you, okay? Because if that Joe Bloggs' calendar works for you and it makes your life easier, well done. In fact, tell me what you're using, because who knows, it might work for me. I'm always willing to give it a go, okay? One last thing, and again, I'm going to say this over and over and over again, and I know this is a long video, but don't go for trials. Just, there are two more things. If there's a trial version, trial period, trial whatever, okay, you've got to have a certain amount, especially when it comes to systems, okay? Certain accounting systems, I heard someone say yesterday, a consultant, very, very good at what she does. A consultant say yesterday, for a big company, an accounting system can take 18 months to get used to. Okay, it's a big system. Okay, multiple branches, etc., etc. 30 days is, yeah, okay, you could get around it for a small company. But 7-day trial for a CRM, not a chance. Not a chance. You'll spend 3 days of that just trying to figure out what's going on. Okay? So, that's, just don't get sold on what you don't need. Okay? And be very careful of trials, especially ones that you put your credit card details in, or your banking details, or whatever it is. Okay? Very, very suspicious. Okay? You've got to be very careful. So yeah, so find out what you need, do it, and then find what you need. Don't spend any money if you don't have to. Okay, there are brilliant solutions out there that don't require any money apart from accounting systems. Okay, I have not found a free version that is good enough to put my name behind it. There are 4 versions, there are 4 companies that I put my name behind it, and I'm qualified advisor on all of them. And that's only because they are proper systems based on accounting principles. Okay, with the Numbers Guru, there's no system, there's no sales formula, there's nothing. It's simple, efficient, effective, not efficient, well, maybe eventually it will become efficient, effective things that you can do immediately. You can put this into practice right now. Okay, so a mandatory like and subscribe, please. And until next time,